Hi guys, it's Nancy here and I'm back with another process video for you, and I'm using a mixture of papers in this one. That background paper is from 7 Paper, the Goldie collection, and then I'm mixing in some Maggie Home Shine paper. I'm taking this piece, which is the colour parts. This came in an old kit that I had, and I like the colours and I really love that graphic background paper. Even though it is pretty white for me, I do really like the black on it. So I'm just pulling some bits off those cut apart sheets and seeing if I can get them to work on this page. I decide I want to use this heart, but cut it out, and I also want to use that pink wording, and I'm going to use that love as part of my title. So this is just a really silly picture of me and my boyfriend, which I wanted to scrap. So I'm just using my new around the page punch here, and that's from Martha Stewart because I really wanted a pink circle one, but you couldn't get her little pink circle one anymore, so I had to buy it in this one, which is fine, but it's not as easy to kind of line up if you want something out of it, like, you know, I wanted those words. I decided with the leftovers of that, because I wanted to bring some pink around, is just to use a little punch. I bought this really cheap. I think it was £1 or 50p, but it's just a perfect side heart, and I actually bought it to make sort of confetti for shaker cards, but also I do use it on layouts. So I got some Maggie Home papers in this kit, but I also had the 6x6 papers. I brought the 6x6 papers not intending to buy any of the 12x12s other than the frame paper, because I thought it would be good for cards and Project Life, because I really like the tones of it, but there was a lot of bits that I weren't keen on. But then when I saw I was getting in the kit, it kind of worked out well in the end. So I'm now starting to work on my basic layout here. I'm kind of just bringing in all these different bits and pieces from the embellishment pack and seeing if I can get them to work. So there was quite a lot of vellum in that Heidi Swap embellishment pack, so I am making a concerted effort to use that. There was lots of tags. I like the straight tags. I'm not so keen on these kind of wonky edges and rounded edges pieces, but I'm going to try and make them work. So I've mounted my photo in a dark navy, as well as the photo as well. Again, that's just going to bring in, there's a lot of navy elements within that tag as well, so I'm going to use that. And so here I'm just fiddling around trying to kind of work out what embellishments I want to put where, and this is kind of my normal way of working, where I will you know, choose different different things, basically get it how I want it, then I'll take it all off and I'll work on the background. That's kind of my normal method of working. I just pulled my punch out again just to punch a bit of that teal paper out, because I wanted to bring a little bit up there behind that top tag. And so now I'm happy where everything is. I'm just going to work on doing something in the background. I did just glue this piece of paper together because I'd cut it apart from that heart, but wanted to still use it, so I just joined that together because I thought it'd be an easy way to create a layer. So I'm just bringing out my ink to add some textures to the background. I have some fuchsia ink from Dilutions. I have the teal ink, which is a Heidi Swap Colour Shine, and that came in the kit. And I'm also using some black as well, and I wanted to try and get some sort of bigger drips of that. I do have kind of an ink bottle, but I decided just to use that mist, and I like that mist. It's a Crafty Notions one. I've had it ages. It's a matte black, which is a real nice ink to use. And then inking all of my elements in black ink as well, just because I thought it would just help make everything pop. I decided I don't like the little tag piece on here, so I'm just chopping that off. And then I am just inking everything up. I didn't ink my photo, but I'm just going to put up the layers and do that, and that works fine. So I'm really happy with how, you know, the background looks. I didn't want to add too much because I really like the graphic hearts, but I end up covering most up anyway. I was just looking at the layout, and yeah, I cover up most of what I did at the top. I know it's there. You've watched a video, you can see it's there. Oh, little dearie me. So now I'm just working out where I want to put all these different bits and pieces. I used to take a photo of where I put my layers, but I'd always change about where I put things, and I'm okay with that. I love how that vellum looks over that heart piece, and also that vellum works well because some of the Maggie Holmes elements are cream and that background paper is white, and kind of having that vellum just kind of acts as kind of like a middle tone, which kind of, it doesn't bother me so much now using white and cream. It really used to, but I'm more at peace with it now. So again, I'm just gonna fuss about a little here with these hearts, and ink those edges as well, and just dot a few of them around the layout. I do end up adding a few at the end as well, just using my brush tip applicator there for my glue. And as I said, I just like how that brings that pop of pink over to the side as well. So I'm just taking my date stamp and stamping the date there. This is from November, this picture, and I'm just going to stamp some bits around here. Oh, I think it says "You Make Me Happy," I think, and that's a Maggie Holmes Shine Collection roller stamp. And this is the Dear Lizzie one. I included both of these in my giveaway as well, and I haven't actually got them into where I keep the rest of mine because I like to stamp them out on a tag so I can see all the words. So that's why I was kind of a little bit puzzling about what they said. So I'm just adding a little bit more of that pink mist and the blue mist over, just to help those layers set back a bit. And this is where I'm thinking, okay, let's add some more of these teeny hearts. I know that I'm going to build my title over on the right hand side of the page. And I had this wood die cut which came in a kit, and I hadn't used it. It's a Heidi Swap one, and so I decided that this is going to work well for my title. And I mentioned these previously. These are the DIY thickers. They're not a favourite of mine. I do find that they come apart really easily because they're like chipped with a bit of fabric top. I like them just as the white ones. I think that's kind of quite a nice effect in itself, but I find sometimes adding any media to them, it doesn't spoil them, it just can make them pull apart a bit, which is not great. I stupidly didn't ink them before I put them on my layout, which I really should have done, but it is what it is, and it didn't look too dodgy. So I'm just going to take that fuchsia ink from Dilutions and colour in these thickers, and when it sinks in a bit, the colour calms down a little. But as I said, I like how they look. I just wish I'd have done it without them being my layout, because I do go on the layout a little bit, but as I've got spots of ink and stuff on there, it doesn't look completely out of the norm. I like again that I brought that pink in because that is one of the good things about these stickers, because you can use them to match your layout. I just wish they'd be a bit more sturdy. So I've just added some pink again over there just to kind of hide any of my muck-ups. So I'm now going to take this beautiful wood dye, and I'm just using the same paintbrush because I'm going to be using black, and I'm just using my matte mist to say, which was a Crafty Notions one, which I've had yonks, and that sinks in really well, and I like how it's a matte black. I could have embossed it, but that just is far too much drama. So I'm just using my wet glue there to stick it down. So my title is "I Love Your Beautiful Face," because we were just making silly faces on a very windy day on the beach. As we often do in photos, we make lots of silly faces. So I'm now just going to add a few more hearts, sprinkle them round, just to kind of follow where I've got the ink spots as well. And then that's kind of going to be it for this layout. I'm going to mount it, as I said, on that dark blue cardstock. So I'm really liking kind of mixing that Maggie Holmes with other papers, which is helping me use them, because I was a bit worried they were going to stay stagnant in my stash. So I want to thank everyone for watching, and I'll be back with a new process video very soon. Bye!